Hi, this is Wayne from I Suck at Video Games, and I'm here to take a look back at the E3 2015 Sony press conference. Also, don't forget to check out my videos on the Xbox and maybe even the Nintendo E3 announcements for this year. Alright, let's jump in and see what Sony brought to the show. To begin their press conference, Sony went with the obligatory light show set to a trailer montage, and it included games not being shown during the press conference, but are coming to PS4 and Vita. And they also chose this song. Here we fucking go. Sean Layden walked out, looking a little more like George Lucas than I previously remember. He didn't babble on for too long, just the usual, "This is why PlayStation is better." He even pulled out the word zeitgeist. He then pulled out the big guns. The Last Guardian. Wow, Sony, don't play your hand too early here. Squeaky Dog Bird looks exactly how I remember him, and the game is looking really good. I'm hoping the whole game is this Uncharted style traversing the world kind of thing and solving puzzles with your freak of nature friend. Is this a cheer or booing? I feel like it shouldn't be booing. This guy is pretty happy with himself. Maybe it's because he's amongst his people. Gamers, I mean, not Asians. That would sound racist. Hell, it still sounds racist. The next game shown off was a new IP from Guerrilla Games called Horizon Zero Dawn, and it also looks pretty cool. 2 for 2 so far, Sony. Good job. I like how it's post-apocalyptic, but in the sense that the people left alive are so far ahead in the future from the fall of civilization that they have no idea what happened. And the bad guys are robots! Well, they aren't really bad guys, more like robotic wildlife. And I don't understand why she's hunting them. I mean, it's not like people eat electrical components. No trying to hide what this title is either. Batting 3 for 3, Sony. Good to see a new Hitman title. Usually it feels like forever between Hitman games. It all looks like cutscenes and not actual gameplay, but it still looks nice. I expect only good things. Also, I feel like this shot of the watch holds a secret that I'm too stupid to see. Oh, so close. I just don't care about Street Fighter, Sony. If I ever do play this game, I'll just be button mashing the crap out of it. Oh hey, exclusive to PS4 and PC. Suck on that one, Xbox. Ah yes, here we go, back on track. Something I care about, No Man's Sky. And finally, we're getting to see a little bit of how it plays. Looks like you get the option to join in battles between different factions, if you want. I'll probably just leave them all alone. We also got to see the scale of the game. Every dot of light is a sun, and every sun has a solar system with planets filled with life and ecology. I love the fact that most of these places will never be visited. Random planet time! Looks like this planet's gotten a bit too much sun. Kinda like, in the summer when your grass goes that weird yellow colour. Oh yeah, fully destructible worlds. Apparently these robot guys are there to stop you from destroying everything, which doesn't really make sense considering everything is destructible. Next, Media Molecule showed us what they've been working on, and frankly, I have no clue what it is. It's called Dreams, and it's self-proclaimed as kind of crazy. So far, it looks like the player makes stuff. Yeah, I mean, seems cool, but I don't really know what's going on here. Are these games, or more like non-interactive cutscenes? It seems like a 3D art academy with sculpting. This looks like a fun game too. It's called Firewatch, and it's set on the Wyoming wilderness. I guess you're one of those guys who sits in the lookout towers looking out for fires, and then you end up getting caught in some kind of mystery story. It looks really pretty and the voice acting is top notch. It looks very story driven and cinematic. Adam Boyes took to the stage, and man, does this guy like to clap. He had a bunch of stuff to say, but honestly has too busy watching his hands. Time to start the clap count! He did talk about Destiny and where they're going with that. More story stuff. Once again, if it's your kind of thing, you'll probably like it. It looks like Destiny, probably plays like Destiny. And that's probably because it is Destiny.
Yeah, you just ending. This was incredible. Devour. Just to join the play down. Incredible. Always up try. Someone of the Torcom. We're gonna finally. I know it's deep.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate was shown off next, and to avoid criticism and accusations of discrimination, there's a woman assassin. So far, this looks like the most interesting setting for an Assassin's Creed game. Victorian London, I think. Maybe some Jack the Ripper stuff will show up.
To announce a special mission crime. He just also remarks that the tech history of play side edition premiere edition to the.
Okay, fanboys and fangirls, this next one's just for you. You've been asking for it, so here it is. I haven't been asking for it, but it's coming anyway. Final Fantasy VII Remake. It looks pretty. No doubt plays like Final Fantasy, which means I probably won't play it at all. It's just not my kind of bag, baby. Look at these guys, though. They just kind of gasmed over there.
The Final Fantasy to place partnership, very diverse, unique title or a new game.
Indie Game Mini Montage. Ninja Game Ronin. I think this game is called Eater? E-I-T-R? It's a slashy fighty kind of game anyway. Take that, Mr. Piggy. Mother Russia bleeds. kind of like Streets of Rage with zombies it looks like, and Crossing Souls. No clue what's going on here. All of these come from Devolver Digital.
For fans of gaming downloads, funded games for and sport you. Fan favorite to PS4. Their project on a celebrate stage. The game and play vocal.
Next came the announcement of a new Kickstarter project, Shenmue 3. And on a side note, it currently stands at $3,128,523 from 39,906 backers. To be honest, I've never played a Shenmue game. In fact, I always thought it was called Shenmue. Maybe I should though. I could leave it. It hasn't interested me in the past and it doesn't really now. It's surprising that a game with so many fans though needs a Kickstarter. But hey, that's what this world is turning to. Next, Adam pulled out a fake checklist and went through games already shown off, and then jumped into this, Batman Arkham Knight, and I'd say the Joker's dead. This is the first Batman game that's actually captured my attention. It's dark and gritty, but all Batman games really are. It looks really pretty, and this all looks in-engine too. I guess it's the Scarecrow's turn to shine. Dr. House made his entrance next, and at least he knows what to do with his hands. He talked about Project Morpheus, but we didn't really see anything. He then went on about multiplayer with others using PS4 controllers. That's the kind of asymmetrical gameplay that Nintendo loves. He babbled on a bit about entertainment on the PS3, like TV and music. You know, boring stuff. His big announcement was that Activision have left behind Xbox and gone to Sony for the Call of Duty partnership. They showed off some Black Ops 3, and frankly, it's following the usual procedure. Surprise, surprise, you find yourself in a wreckage. Better get out of there quick, and hey, guess what? We gotta fight our way to safety. The big thing this time is the 4-player online co-op. The game is also future set. I guess it would be too hard for people to go back after having the new features from Advanced Warfare. For some reason, they felt this was time for another trailer montage. Didn't we do this at the start of the show? Maybe some people weren't paying attention before. Let's just go ahead with it. We got a brief look at Until Dawn. So brief that it took more time to say this sentence than what they actually showed. Oh, and hey, look at that! It's a Vita! Vita's not dead! I tell you, it's still alive! Ah, this explains the George Lucas look. It's Star Wars time, in the form of Disney Infinity. Happy Guy here talked about how there's a bunch of exclusive launch stuff coming to PS4. So if you don't want to wait for the other consoles to play Star Wars stuff, you're gonna have to buy the PS4 version, and maybe even a PS4 console. Break into Star Wars Battlefront 3, where we learn it's actually Luke Skywalker, not Luke Skywalker.
It's where you face off as iconic characters like Luke Skywalker.
We were told about the different game types, and it sounds like it's packed full of features. It looks authentic as hell, and it even has Admiral Akbar! It really looks like you're playing the movie. Let's just hope this level of detail remains at launch. Last but not least, Naughty Dog got to show off some new Uncharted 4 gameplay. Just to make sure that everyone's aware that the game is only for PlayStation, they had this show up on the screens for about 30 seconds. After a short introduction cutscene, this is where Nathan Drake became self-aware, realizing that he's in a video game. He freaks out and is paralyzed with fear. Let's see that again. There we go. Back to unsentience for you, Drake. Hot damn, this looks good. Pure Uncharted action. Heaps of destructible items in the environment too. Man, that tank van guy just doesn't give in. I like how Sully is older than ever, but still gives it his all. I mean, imagine if your Gramps was jumping on roofs and climbing around like that. And what's this? Fully drivable vehicles. This is gonna open up a lot more freedom, even though the world is still fairly linear. As usual, everything is as epic as ever. And the Nathan Drake catchphrase.
Oh, crap, crap, crap!
Well, there you have it. That was Sony at E3 2015. Now why don't you check out what Nintendo or maybe even Microsoft had to show? Just go ahead and click on one of those little video boxy things and it'll take you right to it.